Yo, what's up, guys? This is Fan Opinions here with another one, and I know I've been MIA for a while now. And honestly, I just didn't know what the hell to do. I was doing obviously, what's it called? Rick and Morty videos, and obviously Boruto since like basically the day it came out. It's been like what, 70 plus episodes now since I made the last video I did. And I really wasn't sure what I was going to, in what direction I wanted to go do this with, and I know that I wanted to do a bunch of other shows, not just Boruto. And like watching today's like all the people's analysis of the episode, it seems to me that it's like I guess I need to do this because some people don't fucking understand what's happening, and it just seems like they're too biased towards like I don't know maybe the manga, since I haven't read the manga and I don't know what the hell is going on there. I really don't have anything to compare with. So to me, thus far the show looks just fine. It was just as bleak as like the regular Naruto was. And with the fact that it's a bit cringy due to the fact that we have Boruto who has everything, and obviously we can see that, and that's a little bit more familiar with the kids of today's date. Whereas like this, they have too much to distract themselves with, so they lack the time to make to create real discipline to do things that are necessary to their livelihood, like learning how to cook a decent fucking dish, or learning how to like I don't know, basically know their way around like how to like forage for I guess food. Perhaps that's what the episode is giving an example of, and essentially it's like let's just discuss the episode on its own. Okay, so first we're gonna start talking about how like Onki, the old man, the stone, who used to be the Hokage of the Stone Village. And I know his name is like Tsuchikage or some shit. I don't know. I don't keep up with all this stuff, and honestly, I don't want to keep up with all this stuff. Like I don't really know the name. I don't even know how to pronounce Muski, Orochimaru's son's name properly. And so I'm gonna find a way to say it without having to without without like destroying the name and butchering it, because I know I sometimes can't freaking pronounce the names properly, but I will sometimes, and that's point kudos to me, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, let's just discuss the video before this turns into like a 20-minute like rant on like what's wrong with the show and what's right about it and where the direction that it's headed towards to and how it's different from the manga. Let's just move past that and talk about the episode alone its own and what led to what is happening, right? Because I know some of you are gonna click on this video and be like, "Oh man, is it worth watching?" I say yes, it is because it's actually getting pretty good relative to the few episodes that they used to escalate the situation. This is turning out to be pretty cool due to the fact that alright, so all that we know now, and I know some of you guys have actually kept up with the episodes, and that's the Ku is the clone the old man created from himself. Obviously, the reason he could do that, the freaking molecular jutsu, the thing that disintegrates you if it touches you, crazy, I know. And I was like, wait a minute, you telling me that you could teach it to anybody? No, that wasn't the case. They made it seem as so. Maybe the subs, that's what it was like. They kind of suck sometimes, and maybe they were just a mistake on the subs, and but I don't know, but it sounded like they were basically saying that he could teach it to anybody, which is not the case, right? So now essentially he's just a clone of this guy, so he's a younger version of himself, and like as we know, he's just a Hokage level tier fucking Shinobi, right? And so with that being said, you can kind of understand where he's coming from. He's like, damn it, dude, like how many people were actually useful in the last war other than Sasuke and Naruto, but Sasuke, not Sasuke, right? I mean, towards the end, yes, but at the beginning, he could have been way more useful to, like, I don't know, save the life of thousands of useless shinobi that decided to die, even though they were decent, and according to this old geezer, they were better suited to fight than the people of today's date, which I don't actually think so, because if you actually think about it, all those kids are being given birth by shinobi that actually survived the war. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Are you really telling me that all those shinobi that survived the war are like what? tier 1 shinobis. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, the shinobis had to be out of 10. They had to be like level 7 and up, because obviously everyone else died. Everybody else died. Everyone else died. Everyone else died. Literally. And so he's just kind of like, oh man, that kind of sucks, man. There's only a handful of shinobis that were actually useful, and the rest of them were just trash. Literally, they were just dead weight, and then to not disrespect and disgrace them, they were just a decoy. Essentially, they were like, go attack them, bro, while we do a sneak attack, and that's pretty much it, you know. And so with that, I guess you can understand where he's coming from. However, his approach is completely trash. He's super shady, being all secretive about something that could be useful for everybody, not just them, because he's obviously justifying his actions by saying that this is for the sake of the entire Shinobi world and the peace that we all adore and live in comfortably. And he's like, I'm not saying that the life that I was living in was better than the life that you guys have now, where it's like it's rather peaceful and serene in comparison to the chaotic and dynamic catastrophes that they were a part of on a daily basis. He's like, I don't necessarily want that to come back, and so, but what he regrets the most is all the life of the people that were thrown away, essentially, uh, to be avoided, and by doing, and he found a means to do so by creating, I don't know, fake people. I mean, I don't know what you would consider those white beans that have the crack. You know, I don't know if those are essentially uh like I don't know, a shortcomings, because he was able to create one good clone, which is cool. And I'm thinking that that was an accident. So they did something, they tweaked some stuff, and he actually came out to be a decent freaking clone, a decent synthetic human being. And I'm assuming that they want to use Mitsuki kid. I know, guys. Please don't kill me in the comments here. Uh, they want to use him to compare the datas, and so that they can see what they did right. Because obviously they did something right. They don't know exactly what it is, and to have to go through all the trials and errors should be troublesome. And so to avoid all the time that they're going to waste on this, all they want to do is just basically compare Mitsuki's data. I know, I'm just gonna stick with Orishimaru's kids. Orishimaru's kids data in comparison to Q's. I don't even know how to say his name anymore. But they want to compare both of their datas and to see what matches, so that they can see what actually works and what gives rise to a decent freaking clone, which is actually very useful when it comes down to the essence of what the dilemma is that is trying to be solved, right? Because he's trying to save life of innocent people, implying without really meaning to disrespect them, weak ass motherfuckers. Literally, that's what he's saying. Because in reality, that's what they are. Comparison to the OP characters that we have known and cherished. Come on, how many of those shinobis that were at the scene when the Madara decided to drop them boulders were actually useful? Out of thousands of them, most of them died. And Naruto was able to take care of things all on his own, essentially. So, to think that you might want to clone another Naruto makes sense. It just makes total sense. And so, to think that you might want to need to clone him as many times as possible so that you can have as many as possible makes total sense. You know? And I could get behind the idea. However, the approach was awful. He should have talked to, I don't know, Naruto and Orochimaru. Hey, bro, what you did to make this work? Because we obviously need more of this, whatever it is. Maybe Orochimaru might be a little tricky about going about it. He might be like asking to get something in return. You already know the guy. But I think Naruto would be more than happy to partake in this particular endeavor due to the fact that he can personally um uh he's personally impacted by the life of those that he saved, you know, like, and I'm sure Naruto's the type of guy that he wouldn't want to waste anybody's life if he doesn't have to. He much prefer to be on the front lines than having hundreds of shinobis who could just sit on the back and, you know, pretend like throw kunais at somebody, and instead of having them die pointlessly because Naruto's gonna save the day. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be Naruto, it could be Sasuke, it could be anybody else. Any OP character that is there, anybody who is decent, a decent freaking shinobi. Not just a good shinobi, but a decent freaking shinobi, right? And so it makes sense that you might want to make clones of them. It makes sense that you might want them in the front lines to help save as many lives as possible, because the rest of them are basically useless and they're dying, and in the world they're actually real people. To you, it might not be, so you might feel a little you might not be as sympathetic as you otherwise would if you were dealing with a real world scenario. But this is a real world scenario for those characters in the world, and he feels like he's responsible for the lives of those shinobi that are basically thrown into the gutter. And like, I can understand where he's coming from. However, we could all agree that his approach is ridiculous, shady, and at best, honestly, a bit senile. And so, with that being said, the guy is not a bad person. He did get some shinobi killed and they're not coming back to life. That sucks. He didn't mean to. And like I said, all of this could have been avoided by simply talking to Naruto and Orochimaru. And I'm sure they would understand where he's coming from, because it seems like he's coming from a very genuine place. And so, the moral of the story is that go talk to your so called friends. Try to make things work. Talk to them. Figure out a way to go about doing things together instead of trying to go behind their back. And I think that's a reasonable enough morale in order to redeem Onki. Because he shouldn't necessarily die, but I mean, how much longer does he have, honestly? So I wouldn't be surprised if he's like actually taken out on a blaze of fury. But I don't think he should die, and I think that he's well on his way to be redeemed due to the fact of what happened on the last episode. And it makes a lot of sense. You know, he's a reasonable guy, old, a bit of a knucklehead. However, his heart is in the right place, and I'm sure that Naruto will agree with that if you were to talk to him about this particular situation. And so, if you guys made it this far, then you guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys think Boruto is worth watching anime series, which I do think it is, because it's actually getting like, I don't know where the hell they're going with this. I've seen some things that I wish I could like erase from my memory, like images of where exactly it's going. I know that the manga is going on a different direction than the anime, and I think that's for the best due to the fact that the manga is actually so far ahead and everybody knows so much. So to do the same thing would be useless, because it's not like a comic book. You don't get little images of what's happening and transpiring. You actually get a bunch of detail, a whole lot of details on the manga, and so it's probably for the best for them to kind of do things a little bit differently, but to get to stick with the main points, and so I could understand that. But let me know in the comments below. You think the Boruto's are worth watching anime? Just give me a yes or a no in the comments below. And if you guys actually like the video and like this and would like to have me keep doing this with a bunch of other shows that are being up today, like One Piece, that's in something episode. That's crazy. Anyways, Sora Online, actually a new season's coming out, which is actually a canon. I like that so far. I'm actually interested in it, and I actually have a lot to discuss about that, so I'll be making videos nonetheless. But yeah, just like the video. Let me know you guys would like to have seen more of this. And if you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed, then I don't know what you're waiting for. This is worth a while, because it's a good bargain. I'll be keeping you guys updated, explaining to you some things that you might have missed that other people aren't going to say about it. Because come on, nobody's mentioning the fact that they did something right because they created cute coup. And so I'm thinking that they only need Miski, Orochimaru's kid, um, in order to compare data to see what they did right. And I'm not hearing this anywhere else. I'm not calling out anybody, but y'all know who they. I know who you are. Don't fucking front. Well, anyways, if you guys are watching this, like I said, and you're not subscribed, go ahead, click that red button. Go check if it works. I'm not sure. And if you guys like the video and would like to have me keep doing stuff like this, then give a video a thumbs up. Yeah, this is Fan Opinions, and I'm signing out.